Good evening. I am Spurv Spliffin, and I want to welcome tonight's first guest who did an amazing job in his first film, Easy Rider, and now on his second film. I want to ask him about his last movie, entitled Last Movie. Please welcome Mr. Dennis Hopper.
All right, man. All right, cool. Far out, man. Could I just grab this mic here or something, man?
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, cool.
Mr. Hopper.
Hey, it's great to be here, Spurv. Or, is that your name, man?
That's right, Spurv Trippin'.
Spurv Trippin'. I love your show and
Turf Spliffin'.
Yeah, man.
Turf Spliffin'.
Turf Spliffin'. So
let me ask you about your last movie. Was it as challenging as your first?
Are you talking to me, Spurv? Yeah, man. Yeah. Is that? Hey, is that? Holy cow, man! Is that like Robert Shaw or
Dude,
something?
Big fan for a long time. Love what you've been doing.
Robert Shaw. Wow, man! I studied you in acting school. James Dean and I used to like, oh man, I want to be like Robert Shaw and stuff. Oh, it's far out. It's so cool to meet you, man. Spurv Griffin does that for people, doesn't he?
Well, we try. Our producers did their best. They did keep you guys separated in the green room.
Well, at least I'm not that Richard Dreyfuss cat. Yeah, man. All right. So anyway, Spurv, you were asking, what were you saying?
Well, what's it like being on top of the world now? After your first film, everything must be roaring. How about your last film?
Well, the last film is like not going to be understood by people right now, but someday other people will understand it. Someday in the future, man, they're going to get it. And I just got to say, there's this cat that like loaned me a song for the opening credits, and I just thought it would only be fair to remember him by this, and I was just gonna kind of see what kind of result we get with this, and yeah, man, this goes out to our good friend Chris.
That's heavy, man.
Yeah, Chris,
that's
good
deep.
It's a little thing where some people told me about Johnny Cash. He used to put a little dollar bill trick, they called it, in his guitar. Help get that sound.
Busted out in Baton Rouge, heading for a train. Feeling it invaded my dreams. Everything a diesel down just before rain. Back all the way to New Orleans. I took enough and out my dirty red bandana. I was blaming wild amazing the blues. Don't wipe a slapping time. I was slipping, clapping hands. I'm amazing every song that I knew. Freedom's just another word, well, nothing left to lose. Listen, Commander.
All right, to Chris Christopherson, and you are watching the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. Thank you for joining us once again. We're happy to be here, and we'll be right back with our special featured guest, the return of Commander Sonny Boy Curtis. Yes! The rocket is launched! We'll be right back after this brief commercial break.
All right, we're gonna go back to the disco
It's been a long search, but we have found Dr. Goldman. Dr. Goldman, you are responsible for the urinals in North Plains, the study of such. We heard that Professor Scott may be arriving soon. So, Dr. Goldman, Professor Scott, how have you met each other? What is the latest research on urinal cakes?
You know, I did discover just a couple of days ago that all of the fun urinals and porta potties in place here at the North Plains Garlic Festival were manufactured in Minnesota, Minneapolis to be specific.
Minneapolis. All of the urinal cakes of North Plains are manufactured in Minnesota, Minneapolis.
I've actually learned from our esteemed colleague, Dr. Peterson here, that most porta potties are manufactured in Minnesota.
Well, you're Professor Scott. That's Dr. Goldman. Professor Scott is here with us, and Dr. Goldman, and we have a new junior associate with us working on urinal discovery.
We're gonna work with dancing, dude.
Album. But whenever I'm alone with you, and I was playing that on guitar and it sounded really good. I played about 8 songs on guitar, and they all came naturally, and like 5 of them were creep songs, and then one of them was one of these funky kind of like soulful love songs, like Al Green style or something. Baby, come together. It's the only way, yeah, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get it on tonight. Da 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 da. Do 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 da da. Do 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 da da. You know, one of those da da. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ba ba. Oh baby, come on. Yeah, that kind of crap, like.
Well, and
like
that's
something else happening though, more recently.
that is part of my explanation of where we are at now. It's welcome back. You are watching the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. There's a big mason jar brain in the way of things, but most of all, I am so happy to have Commander Sonny Boy Curtis back in the house. Commander, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I really feel like it's been a long time. I don't know when the last time I was on the show. It was months ago. It feels like a year. It feels like a year to me, and I don't know. Part of it was I drove across country summer, but they they got the record there now, and it's great. It's a great city. The Midwest is
The
definitely
MKE Ultra clandestine
Wisconsin,
operations
not
of so you're not talking Milwaukee, Oregon, because
No.
there's a lot of things going on there
My
lately.
sister thought that's where I moved, so I don't think she watches this, so she won't know the difference. But
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I just want to apologize on camera for, especially if there's any technical difficulties. One of our cameras is recording this as a test. We got a lot
it's
of
not the drug
technology
you've
here.
taken.
But my lovely wife has joined us, and I kind of ruined an intro with Bobby McGee where she, I'm
saw
hoping
that.
we can coax
saw
her
that.
back later on. But I blew it. I want to point that out, and that is my bad, and there's nobody else's. That is just that's what I do to people. This is my relationship to the world. I'm kind of like Oliver in the Brady Bunch,
You have a
the
great legal
Jinx.
team.
I'm kind of a jinx. It's like, no one wants Oliver around, but then when the apocalypse occurs and like no one can get into the safe that gets them into the bunker, that's when you need Oliver.
Is this like Survivor? Is this a game show on TV? Not this, but the show you're talking, Oliver?
Well, I was thinking more like Oliver from the Brady Bunch. Do you remember how he affected the
I thought
family?
you said the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Brady
I
Bunch.
missed that part. Yeah, that's
There's not many
hyper
out
aware
there these days that recall the earlier era, but human beings used to be fascinated by shows called the Brady Bunch and such, and this one had a family that everyone got used to for a while. Instead of a divorced family of 3 kids each, it was a more morbid. It was like they were widowers, right? Mrs.
Yeah, they had
Mrs. and Mr. Brady were
they
widowers.
were still trying to please everybody in the family and every type of person on earth at the same time. But and I don't know how they pulled it off for so many. I mean, 3 channels. They had that in their favor. But Oliver, that kid was like an evil genius, right?
Well, I was gonna say, did you ever? It reminded me. Did you ever wonder like how the spouses died? Did they perhaps like have what in common that they killed them? That Mr. and Mrs. Brady were actually
Well, that's why
homicidal
they rebooted,
murderers?
Matlock recently. Kathy Bates should get on that case right away.
I would take
Lady
that.
Matlock. Yeah, she's coming in. She's coming in flat-footed and everything. She's got the game down to solve the crime. That's some Star Wars looking technology over there. I swear to God. Can you make sure the trash compactor